This episode covers a wide range of topics related to the cryptocurrency world. We will discuss XRPs and have a statue of Satoshi Nakamoto up. The price is rising again. Can it bounce back? We'll investigate Chris Larson and his donation, according to an article I dug up for you. Because Jeremy Hogan breaks it all down, we'll get to the specifics of the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit, the appeal, and its implications. Ideal for us, after which we didn't get to discuss the prior video, but we will be talking about the USDT probe, so without further ado, please relax and let's get started with Bitcoin. $66.9 right now, it is down 1.5% over the last day. Ethereum will arrive at $24.68. With USDC trading at $1 and the overall cryptocurrency market capitalization at $293 billion. It is currently down 2.6% and trading at 99 cents. This is the ideal moment for Ripple to launch its stablecoin. The Tether investigation at last, after all these years, they are finally investigating Tether, and Ripple is releasing the RLUSD, which will be available on both Ethereum and the XRPL. It seems as though it was destined to be. It seems as though Ripple knew enough about what was about to happen to tie any investigation together at this point. Do not misunderstand me. We have no idea whether anything will be revealed by the probe. Naturally, something that results from it could. There is no definite result from it, but the reality is that they are at last, according to research. Tether might slightly disrupt the market or at the very least instill some trepidation in these institutions that presently use USDT, but this could also be the case. Circumstances similar to what happened with Ethereum. I think it was about 10 days after the SEC said that they would investigate Ethereum. They later claimed to have found nothing amiss. And Ethereum was unobstructed. This would resemble the tiny hush-hush yes, you have all been. We're going to undertake all the necessary research after 10 years of whining about Tether and USDT. When they actually do nothing that day, we'll launch an investigation. Let's see how it turns out. They start the inquiry, they have the documents and written report stating that it is finished, and they don't detect anything suspicious. Now, Brad K. released this, as reported by the Wall Street Journal. Here is the tweet indicating that USDT Tether is being investigated. The U.S. government is looking into the USD cryptocurrency company Tether. We'll play this interview that Brad K.E.S. posted on his channel. Only 36 seconds. Hear the positivity of Brad Garlinghouse. Yes, I do believe there will be another black swan shortly. I'm not exactly sure. What is the only one that will be worth seeing? I'm not even sure how he describes a black swan, since I don't think it's possible in terms of definition and didn't see that happening. Yes, it seems obvious to me that the U.S. government is targeting Tether. I consider Tether to be a crucial component of the ecosystem, but I'm not sure how to forecast the effects that will occur. Therefore, Brad may be heard discussing how I apologize. It's obvious to him. How did Brad know that Tether was being targeted by the U.S. government? Is the query. What Brad is aware of that we are not is that he asked if it would be another black swan event. He is essentially saying that black swan is going to happen and that the U.S. government is going at the same time, but nobody knows how this will affect the markets. We could see a negative impact, or we could just see everyone switches from Tether to other reliable coins. I mean, we actually know where the money is coming from, but I'm not sure why. It almost appears like the screenplay was prepared for Ripple to announce that they have a stablecoin that will be available on two distinct networks. Everything is also starting to line up a bit. Ideal for me, and after that, we have this. Chris Larson says, and I quote him, I think the war on crypto is over, and we want to encourage pro-digital asset political leaders. We want to be supportive of that in a bipartisan way. Now, look, I'm all in favor of Ripple. He donated $10 million in XRP to the Harris campaign. I find it annoying that they are taking sides, since that is precisely what they did. It's a brilliant strategic move for Ripple. What do you think will happen now that they have given $10 million in XRP? She will not hold the XRP, and neither will her campaign support the XRP. There will be a dump of XRP. That is what irritates me about this situation. He has the money, he has the cash. just give it to her. Instead, they are taking a currency that was made up on the spot and printed at a finite where we were able to add value and raise its price, and he is giving her $10 million worth of XRP, which is messed up. People, pay attention. Are you giving her XRP because you understand what that means? We need to see an extra $10 million in liquidity to cancel out their dump that will happen on the market right now, whether that is through public exchange or over the counter. Larson, you have become the cryptocurrency industry's largest single fundraiser this year. What motivated you to make such a large donation during this election cycle? Yes, once more, thank you for having us. Well, today, you see, Senator Warren has led this incredibly misguided war on cryptocurrency, and I believe that everyone has realized that it was a huge mistake that only served to give leadership to Singapore and London when it should have been in the U.S. It failed to protect consumers and instead allowed dishonest foreign operators like FTX to defraud American consumers. The positive news, though, is that whoever wins the White House now shows bipartisan support, whether they are Republicans or Democrats. I believe that the crypto conflict is finished, and we want to support political leaders who are pro-digital assets. And you are aware of what we have done. The congressional side threw the bipartisan super PAC fair shake, and I believe we must do the same for the president. Especially when both parties are present or when a CA change is about to occur here. One way or another, the war on cryptocurrency will come to an end. Since you participated on both sides, it is obviously you. Emerge victorious. It was a highly calculated action. When Jeremy Hogan entered the Ripple v. SEC case, the state Ripple submitted a notice outlining its 4 main selling propositions. Pay attention to whether, in my view, an investment deal has to be a legitimate contract. Since Ripple's direct sales of XRP were covered by actual contracts, and even prevailing on the concerns wouldn't help, the company is bringing the matter to the appeals court report primarily for the good of the cryptocurrency community as a whole. Ripple from having to pay a $15 million judgment against it, but the SEC's enforcement attack would win the case, so let's talk about crypto, right? 2. Whether XRP was ever offered by Ripple as an investment contract. This enables Ripple to defend its fair notice position and re-argue every fundamental point of the Howey test. 3. Returning to life, I find the 4 most fascinating. When the injunction essentially states, follow the law, it appears to be rather typical. Ripple questions if this is explicit enough. It also suggests that Ripple would prefer not to have the injunction looming over its operations and security law disputes when it truly makes no sense as an injunction. The battle lines are drawn, according to Jeremy Hogan. Keep in mind that neither the SEC nor Ripple may provide new evidence because the judge has already received all of the material they need to base their case on. And now, the city of Lugano, Switzerland, has unveiled a new statue. There you have it, a tribute to Satoshi Nakamoto. You're constantly curious about Satoshi. It appears that we have her in this position. Folks, he is the man himself. I am well aware of specifically, can the price of XRP bounce back from a recent decline? According to a report from CryptoMinute.com, the price of XRP has fallen by more than 11% in the past 30 days, and current indicators point to the need for even more prudence. I hope you took note. The XRP decline was still visible. You only need to worry about the worst-case scenario, which is 48 cents. If the price of XRP drops below 40 cents, I don't think we'll ever get near to that amount. I doubt that you will be able to perspire. At the time of this video, we are at 51 cents, thus, I believe that 45 cents would be the very lowest territory. Believe that there would be a bounce in Bitcoin and that it would rebound in the same range. Rising, but I still emphasize prudence in the back of my mind for every video I've made in the last 6 weeks, I believe, and even for a live show. The CME gap for Bitcoin is currently between low and mid $50,000. We could see Bitcoin fall to that point, but it wouldn't stay long. No, CME gaps aren't always filled. Do they get filled most of the time? Absolutely. We don't always need to close these gaps, but if you wanted to scoop bottoms, you wouldn't stay down there forever. It's going to be a quick one, so you best be prepared to go and spend capital. We don't currently have enough faith in the markets to truly know where they're heading. Therefore, we provided you with the targets, so this gap might be skipped this time. If Bitcoin breaks 74, it will open the door for it to begin rising again, reaching a new all-time high, which I do think is imminent, friend. I will continue to hold to my prediction that the year will end in October. With 2 months remaining, I believe the markets are going to heat up.